up, my friends? How are you guys doing? Welcome back. Thanks for stopping in. I know it's been a little while since we've gotten together and talked about something new, something different. Life happens, guys. Some things have been going on. I just needed to take a little break for a little while from all things social. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just gotta drop out, get off the grid, and recharge yourself. And so that's what I had to do, guys. So I apologize for my absence if you've been longing for me. Here I am. Let's talk about some movies, guys. I had the pleasure of watching a film from 1981 not too long ago on MGM Plus. It was directed by Mr. Peter Weir, and it's called Gallipoli. All right, this is about a war that took place I say a war, it was about a battle that took place in a war in World War One. And it has to deal with Australian soldiers going to war, leaving their homeland of Australia to go fight for Great Britain during World War One. So before we get into this, whoever, who our actors are, our cinematography and all that good stuff, hit that like and subscribe button for me, because this stars Mel Gibson in one of his, I'm guessing it's one of his earlier roles. It's a 1981 film. I'm not sure when the Mad Max films came out, maybe the late 70s, but this is one of his earlier films. He's very young, very handsome, and it deals with basically these young Australian men, some of them railway workers. One of them in point is a very, very good runner. He is like destined for great things athletically, as far as running and cross country and stuff like that. That's one of the key points of the film, is this kid and Mel Gibson. They kind of form this bond. Mel Gibson's like kind of the vagabond, the come what may, grifter kind of guy. He's like, well, I'm gonna work on the railroad, but I'm also kind of a con man and a smooth talker. And Archie, who's the runner, he is kind of the more graceful, high society kind of guy. And so their personalities, they have a lot of good chemistry together throughout the film. What Archie can't accomplish through diplomacy, Mel Gibson's character can accomplish through trickery and smooth talk, if you know what I mean. So their characters are really good together. Also, cinematography in this is beautiful. We get some really nice, really, really beautiful panoramic shots of the outback of Australia. The pristine beauty that God created. It's just, some of the cinematography is just absolutely fantastic. And then our acting is really, really good. Mel Gibson turns in an award-worthy performance, especially towards the end of the film in our third act, when things are getting kind of hairy and going south. He gives fantastic performance with his body language and the way that he just carries himself on screen. I thought that was fantastic. And also the subject matter itself. These Australian guys, this is based on a true story, by the way. This really happened. I mean, maybe the characters aren't necessarily like real people, but the instance that this happened, this war, World War One, the Battle of Gallipoli, all of that really happened. And so just to see that bit of Australian history, because I'm from America, I don't know a whole lot about Australia other than, Crocodile Dundee and Steve Irwin kind of stuff, whatever they choose to share with us and the rest of the world. That's what I know. And so to see a little bit of their history portrayed on screen, that they went to fight for the British Empire, who's basically, they've been oppressive bullies to a bunch of different countries for a whole lot of years. So, this kind of their resentment towards that. And then not to mention the British officers that they're underneath view them as kind of lesser. They're like, well, you're going to do it whether you want to or not. No one really sees the futility of just sending people out running across a battlefield to get mowed down by machine guns. It's like, you just do it because we say to, because they're not having to do it, So it's just things like that it's really interesting to see from the Australians' point of view, their perspective, their opinions, that kind of thing. So I really, really thought the movie was fun. I say fun. It was edifying. It was educational, but it was also Very well acted, very well written, directed. Everything was really good in this. I recommend checking it out if you're a fan of war movies or Mel Gibson in war movies. Give this a shot. I think that you will really, really like it. It's streaming on MGM Plus if you have that streaming service. If not, you could probably rent it for maybe $4 or something on Prime. But, you know, that's on you guys. It's worth it. I'm just the messenger. Guys, thanks so much for stopping in, hanging out with me, and talking about Gallipoli for just a little while. I really appreciate it. Sorry it's been so long since we've held palaver, since we've had a discussion about some films, guys, but we are back, and we are back better than ever, guys. So, thank you for stopping in. Hit that like and subscribe button on the way out, and as always, my friends, I am going to keep making them as long as you keep watching them. Peace out. God bless you, and I will see you soon.